A 67-year-old man is lucky to be alive after he was shot by a member of the GI3 unit, formerly known as GSU. The family of Lionel Arnold Sr. is now outraged because they say police had no reason to be in their yard, much less to use excessive force. According to the victim's daughter, it started when police attempted to search a man outside the gate. When the officers saw her nephew with a mask that covered his face, they became suspicious and barged into the yard. After searching her nephew, they then targeted her son, and that's when chaos erupted.
While following my son, he told my son you want to carry the station, and my son said, carry me to the station for what? He said, you're under, you're resist arrest. So he said, I resist arrest for what? When I name know what I want to get arrested for. You understand? Then same time my brother was going upstairs and my son yelled for my for my father. And while he coming downstairs, they actually grabbed my little brother. And my little brother, hallway hand from the officer and say, you can't carry my nephew if you don't have no charge for him because you know they do nothing in a yard. After that, the officers then do what? Come, grab my son, grab my little brother, punch him in his face while my dad stand at where the party bike there. My dad stand right there, not even move. When the officer punched my brother 2 different times, and my brother said, you see, you punch me for nothing in my own yard. What you punch me for? And apparently they had a attack between my brother and the officer, and he then just haul out his gun and shoot right at where my dad was standing.
Arnold was caught in the thigh, and while he will be discharged today, his daughter told us that, according to the doctor, the shooting could have been much worse if the bullet had traveled further upwards. Still, Arnold won't be able to move around the way he used to.
My dad is the breadwinner for his family. Now he will have to sit down and wait till when I could go ride a bicycle, go to market, do what he have to do, and do it, for family. I mean, if he said the officer should have think before he do what he do, because I guess nobody in the yard that I know gang nothing.
According to the victim's daughter, they are always willing to work with the police, but now they are looking to press charges against the officers. The Professional Standards Branch is also investigating the matter, and, according to the OC, charges will be levied if the evidence points to excessive force.
Police was conducting patrol at corner of Lakeview and Bannock Street, Belize City. The police attention was drawn to 2 persons. As a result, the police exited their vehicles, came out and conducted a search. During the process of the search, a struggle ensued between the gentleman that they were searching, who was learned to be Lionel Arnold Jr. Eventually, his father, who is Lionel Arnold Sr., came and he also intervened. During the struggle, a single shot was fired by one of the officers, which injured Mr. Lionel Arnold Sr. in the right thigh. He was taken to the Carthusia Memorial Hospital for treatment.
Why is it that an officer of a paramilitary unit would draw his weapon and shoot a gentleman who's in his 60s?
Well, like what I said, there was a struggle. We're still investigating the matter. We are yet to get a formal statement from both Mr. Lionel Arnold Jr. and Sr. And at the end of the conclusion of our investigation, we will then decide how we'll proceed with the matter based on the evidence that we get.
Up to this morning, the victim's daughter said that the PSB had yet to get their side of the story. Courtney Menzies, 7 News.